Hello and welcome. I hope you're good. I'm just out for a little jaunt, get myself set up, have a brew, maybe a snack, show you the bits and bobs I got and my thinking behind it and what I think of these bits, and yeah, let you know. I was looking into the Bushcraft Spain stuff. It looks good, but it's expensive. And then you got, is there delivery costs? Is there customs costs? And then that adds up for quite a bit if that's the case. And I think that is the case. So I started looking into British gear ages ago. I've got a bit of gear that's going to be my shelter system that I've had for ages off of a British company. And then I've got a few other little bits and bobs, some pouches, and I'll show you in a minute. I'm going in here now. That's a comfy seat. Surprisingly. One. Two. 3. See, I can count. Before I've decided on a plough point as well, I just need 3 pegs. There's one. I'll put a little notch in it. Here we go. Don't know if you can see. Load of vehicles coming up here now. I don't know if you can see them. I might have to literally up sticks and go somewhere else. We'll see. We'll see. I'll give it a little while. Yeah, 2 deer just went running off along there. I'm getting distracted again, but I'll just bring you with me when I come out. Maybe I shouldn't and just do what I'm meant to be doing. But yeah, 2 deer. I'm sprinting over there. Then the Hooray Henrys are gone. Gone up here. Yeah, if they come into this woodland, I'm not setting up just yet because I may have to move on. I don't know yet. We'll see. I think I'm just going to head somewhere where I know well, if I'm disturbed, it won't be by some geezer with a gun. Yeah, look, I don't know if you can see him through there. Yeah, don't want them firing over this. There you go. I'm going to get out of Dodge. Why is he? Oh, I'm terrible, aren't I? I've got to sort it out. My filming and things that go on, forgetting cameras and coming to funny places where stuff happens. Yeah, I ain't staying there. Load of racket and shouting going on. But yeah, come out and get some peace and quiet. I'm just going to head up yonder. It's a gorgeous day. There's a little bit of a freshness in the air. Nothing too drastic. Gnarly old thing. There, look. No, there. What a nice view to sit and have a look at that, look. Lovely view to sit and have a brew with. Real nice. I'm going to tie a ridge line from this peg to the tree up there and then make me do me plough point off that. Let's see if it works. Let's see see no reason why not. Didn't make the best of notches, I was doing a half job Harry. One. Two. And then one on the outside. Just pull that through. I think that's right. That's it. There we go. It doesn't look right, but it's working. Wow, pretty chuffed with that. So the ridge line's going from there to the pegger down there, and I've got me Bushcraft on now. I could easily, if I needed, I don't need to. Look, that's not going far. That's pretty tight because I'm using big beefy pegs, and I don't worry about them coming out, which I sometimes have. Yeah, lovely. Anyway, yeah, these bits that I'm getting out now, I don't know if you can see me, let's move you, are sort of among the first bits I got by British makers. That's like an outhouse. No, the first bits I got, I think, was David Fry's pouches, what I got in there. Zip pouches, I've had them for ages and I've used them and abused them and they're stood up brilliantly. But yeah, I've had them for a while. But this is the kit that I got, because talking about the Bushcraft Spain gear, I was hoping to get at one stage. I'm not now. This is what I'm going on about. 3x3 tarp, wax canvas tarp. The ground mat they have, which all look real good quality in that. They all look the business. The ground mat they've got, and one of their nice like wool blankets. But this is the kit I got instead, and I'm happy with it, and I use it a lot. And I've had it like, I don't know, it must be a couple of years now, and I use them a lot. So this is from Outhouse. It's the Outhouse 8x8 tarp. And I've probably mentioned it a few times before, because I've used it, like I say, a lot. And the ground mat, it's like wax and wool. It's not the thickest, and is this and the blanket, which was 60 quid. I can't remember the price of the other things. They were expensive for me, but nowhere near what you pay for Bushcraft Spain. And even though it's not 3x3, you've got more options with a 3x3, but it's plenty enough for one man. Either go a plough point, a lean-to, or a lean-to with a porch that can then go into an A-frame with this setup. And it's lovely. I love it. I love the traditional gear. It's not for all occasions and not for everyone either. There are pros and cons, but I do love it. And that's what I'm going to talk about today a little bit at last. I'll show you the gear I've got that I'm going to go on about for a little while. And then I won't go too much into detail. I'll just give you an overview, because other people may be interested, may have looked into this Bushcraft Spain stuff, and there are alternatives, British makers alternatives. I don't know the quality of all their things, but going by the quality of some of the slightly cheaper items that they've made, the quality they've made them looks good, all of them, and I'll show you them in a minute. I've got my old Norwegian pack. I normally switch my traditional kit between my Norwegian pack and my LK35, which is, I love that pack. I haven't modified it enough, I just added a belt. I love it, and I love this one as well. But some of the gear I got is just from David Fry's. These pouches, I've had these about 3 years, I reckon. They're like, you know, I've just got like possibles things in there, a bit of tissue, some meal bank bag, DC4 sharpening thing. So, I don't know which, yeah, just bits. I ain't going into what's in there, but just the quality of the bag. I chuck it about when I get to camp, and yeah, it's brilliantly made. I've got the other one here, smaller one, sort of canvassy material, zips. Never had a problem with them. Got a little sort of fire kit in there, and some Vaseline, and candle, and bits and bobs. I seem to always bring these pouches with me, always, pretty much. going from left to right, I think I showed you this in my last video. This is like, it was from Blues Bushcraft Boutique, and there's some interesting stuff on there. Some of it's expensive, but is it more expensive than the Bushcraft Spain stuff by the time you've ordered it? I love this. It's a pillowcase. It's wool, wax. Might have been nice if there was wax coating behind that, but then you'd pay extra, wouldn't you? But it's a pillowcase basically, but I use it as a sit mat and a bag, and the workmanship on it, yeah, stitching, everything, and I've used it quite every time I've been out since I got it, which has been a few times for day camp, so I don't always film what I'm doing. Yeah, and then yeah, interesting bits. I was looking at all sorts of things from there, similar to sort of, they do like them ponchos and wall line ponchos, and but yeah, bed rolls and all that, but I'm not after all that's expensive. You can go on forever. Then here is just a couple of bits from Brown's Bushcraft. It's a little sewing kit. You got a variety of needles, and you've got some threads and some scissors, and just a nice little waxed. You can see that Brown's Bushcraft. I've used it to sew a little hole I've put in here, not through my own. I didn't sew it very well, but yeah, another thing I've got to practice. And again, this is a little like Sammy pouch from Brown's Bushcraft. I think this was Brown's Bushcraft, yeah. I just got some food, some sort of snacks that I always bring with me. I just got some noodles, some porridge, like a flapjack, and I don't know what else I've got in there. Some like fruit and nuts. You don't have to put that in there, also you can put what you want in there, and I like it does that. And he makes some interesting gear, which I'm going to go into in a minute, because I'm looking at getting a couple of other bits. And that's why I've been buying from these different people, just to see their workmanship, and all of them are on a par. It hasn't helped me with my decision as what to go for. I will briefly tell you what I am looking into. I'm looking into a 3x3 cotton canvas tarp, and I know there's various ones that got pros and cons to them. I want one that's not like super light, but I don't want it to be super heavy, which I'll come into in a minute. And then these I got from Journeyman Handcrafts. Did I get that? No, that was yeah, another little Sammy pouch. It doesn't do the same thing as that, but it's easy enough to do up. Lovely little pouch. What I got in there. It's only a little one. You can get different, you can get other stuff from these places. I got me Stately Detective coffee, which I was going to have today, but I'm not going to now. I'm just going to have a simple 3-in-1, because of all the hunters faff about malarkey. And then I got like a little fire pouch. That was from Journeyman Handcrafts as well. I'm sure I bought something else off them, but I can't remember. Yeah, just a little fire pouch there. I like it, it's nice. It's got that right traditional feel to it. And there's some other items I've got my eye on from all of these. And then along the end here, we've got some stuff from Forest Fundamentals. We've got a ferro rod. I may oil that with some fat wood. I can find my own fat wood, but that's a nice touch, it's handy. And a striker and a scraper, and it's got, yeah, a little spanner bit, a little bottle opener, which is always handy. Yeah, I don't know if you caught that on there. It works. And then this, which I use it for all sorts. I've got my Trangia Mini in there at the minute. Plenty of room. I sometimes put the 12cm billy can in there. That's there's a plastic toggle, but it's good. It's like a canvasy type heavy duty thing. Oh, and another thing from them that I've got, but I'm just going into the build quality, not necessarily the things. I've got a little pouch here that undoes and goes into like a little, one of them little bags, foraging pouch. It's really good. It's really good if you come across like fat wood. I've got snot dripping. Yeah, if you come across fat wood, or if you're good at, you know you're foraging. I know blackberries. And a couple of other things. But Blues Bushcraft Boutique, Brown's Bushcraft, Journeyman Handcrafts. I'm not trying to flog anything here or get anything free or nothing, although I wouldn't say no, but I'm not. Because I've looked into all this stuff a little bit, not like extensively. Yeah, Forest Fundamentals and some David Fry's pouches, all British made. Outhouse tarp, outhouse blanket, and yeah, it's just because it might help people out who like the traditional gear and can't afford that Bushcraft Spain stuff. This stuff isn't necessarily cheap, it's not, because it's quality, but it will last you pretty much forever, near enough. It will. I've had some problems with some of the lighter weight gear, I won't go into that, but with durability wise, and it is a bit heavier, but you know, I've nearly got enough for a night out there. Almost. You know, if I had a fire nearby, I have. But if I couldn't have a fire, I suppose you know, I would have a sleeping bag or an extra blanket. I pretty much have. I've got a pouch here, but that's L'Oreal. That's another option. I'll use that. That's got a brew kit and stuff in it. Seriously, that's like, I've used that for ages, since as long as the David Fry's pouches. I shouldn't be saying that, should I? But you know, a little wash bag. You don't always have to use them things, but they are well made. There is no doubt about it. And yeah, they are well made. They are good bits. They are good. And what I was going to say as well is I'm looking at getting just a few more bits of this traditional gear from British makers. And there's another British maker I haven't mentioned. I haven't bought nothing from him yet, but I'll keep my eye out. It's Thornhill Ultra Heavy, and I was going to get one of his tarps, but ultra heavy means ultra heavy, and I know this stuff's all heavier, but I want to have be able to like walk a few miles with it, and I suppose I could, but yeah, I'm not sure. But he looks like he makes real good stuff as well, really interesting stuff, all sorts, really good. All of them makers, from what I see, I love looking on their websites, but I've got to limit myself because I'm running out of room to store stuff. But there is a couple of items I am after still that I do want to get. I want to get a 3x3 cotton canvas tarp, and I'm not sure, I think all of them, not all of them do it. Journeyman Handcrafts do, Outhouse do, Blues, Bushcraft, I'm not sure they do. I think they just stick to an 8x8. There was 3 companies I think I found. Yeah, or it was Thornhill Ultra Heavy, one of them. I'm not sure which one to go for my purposes. And the ground mat that I've got in there, it's like a sleeping pad. That is literally enough room. It's wide enough to sleep on, it's wide enough to sit on. But like, I was after a bigger one, just to have for the whole, like having a carpet under your tarp, do you know what I mean? Like, Brown's Bushcraft do them, Journeyman, they all do them, I think. So that's what I'm going to look at, and then I'll probably call it quits on the traditional gear. I've got everything I need then. I've got everything I need now, to be fair. But I think having the option of being able to choose between the 8x8 and the 3x3, if the weather's a bit dodgy, you can, that is enough. But like, I could make like different configurations with the 3x3. You could do like a tarp 10. Yeah, well, quite a lot of different configurations really with the 3x3. But then I find the plough point there and the lean-to and the A-frame sort of does the job really. So maybe I'm just sort of looking at getting something I don't really need. Anyway, I'm going to call the video there. I'm not going to film the walk out with that because I've banged on enough. It's going to be a nightmare to edit this. Hopefully I'll be on a night out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I'm hoping. Got work changes and things going on at the minute, hopefully for the better. We shall see. So I've got to sort of focus in on that at the minute, as well as quality time with the family, which is always a thing. I have to do it. But it is nice to get out. I will be out on a few more day camps and overnight, hopefully 2 or 3 weeks, maybe before. We'll see how things go. You never know. I never know. Yeah, a bit of a random video in a way. I wanted it to be more concise. Anyway, it's lovely to get out. Take care.